Let's speak about CQL, which is Cassandra query language. We'll see how to build queries in order to have more complex queries and how we can distribute information more smartly. CQL is composed of very simple clauses inside. We have select, which is used for projecting attributes, and if you want for primary key and indexed attributes, we can use distinct and count values according to this. In the from clause, we can have only one single table. It's very important to know this just because you don't have joins. Since you don't have joins, you cannot put several tables in the from clause. For the where clause, we will see in the next slide. For order by and limit, it can be only used with the primary key. And for the allow filtering, we'll see in the next slide also. In the where clause, we can see for most of the queries, you have to use primary key equal a value. It is the most efficient way to do a query, since every information are placed in the distributed context with the primary key. We can use also the token. A token is the hashing function of Cassandra. It gives all the rows corresponding to this hashed value. It's not really useful according to an application, but it can be used, for instance, in order to see where the information are placed inside the ring, which is the THT. Another way to do it is to use an attribute equal to a value, but the attribute is indexed. If it is indexed, it can be efficient. It's mostly a question of statistics according to the values, but if you put the index, it can be more efficient, but less efficient than the primary key itself. If you use attribute equal value without indexes or primary key, you have a problem, just because this kind of query will generate a broadcast on all the servers. If you have 1,000 of servers, it will be very long just because every servers will be queried in order to see if your attribute has a proper value. So Cassandra has to put the allow filtering feature in your query in order to say, are you sure that you want to execute this query and generate a broadcast? So be careful. And then if you want to query information that are nested inside data types, you need to use the contains in the query. Or you can use also contains k in order to see if the map contains a specific k. And then for types, it's not possible to query information inside the type. You need to use the attribute of this type and the whole row that correspond to this type. So according to this part, according to the where clause, it's better to use set and map in order to query information that are nested. But if you want to project information, use the type data model.